Hi guys, thank you for joining me tonight for my Power Hour here at Vampire Forums. My name is Denice Garrou and I am a pagan author. Yes, I do practice what I preach and write. I write paranormal, fantasy, magical realism. I'm a visionary speculative author. And get in a little bit of the historical. I like forbidden history, the fun stuff, the stuff that they like to keep from us, and all that stuff goes in my books. But today I wanted to talk to you about Candlelight and Cobwebs. Yes, this is my paranormal romance, historical. It starts present day when my main character, Rosalind, who is living on the East Coast, her mother dies and finds out that she had this family in Manitou Springs, Colorado, and inherits this huge estate with this great, huge barn, a barn that I could live in. But anyway, so she moves to Manitou Springs, and there she meets two other witches. And well, one is male, so let's say three. And then she moves into this huge estate and finds out that it's inhabited by this really large black cat with blue eyes. He's a very interesting character. And also finds her great-grandmother's book of secrets, because you could say book of shadows. In reading this book, she is just taken back to the time of her great-grandmother. And in reading this, she goes back to 1918. And that's when her family is involved in a secret society and learns about their association with the oracles of Delphi, which takes us once again back to 334 BCE Delphi, Greece. Now, for those of you who know Wicca or witchcraft or goddess studies, the oracles prophesize for kings and warriors and pilgrims for over 1,200 years. And actually she started out prophesizing for Gaia, who is the goddess of earth, Mother Earth. And as Christianity took over and the goddess worship was no longer legal to do, they had to change that. So of course in comes the god Apollo, and he slays the dragon Pythia. And so that's how we get, the oracles. They call them the Pythias. So of course here comes, the masculine patriarchal society overthrowing the matriarchal, the goddess societies, which, I incorporate in my books. Now, this book is a baby boomer book. So it's a story for women or men, people like me, over 50. And it is a romance, and there is some sex in there. So moms, if you want your daughters to read, read first. But it's a fast-paced story, and there's a lot of interesting characters. One of them, spoiler alert, but actually he is the very first sentence, and this is Leonidas. He's a very interesting character, and you'll get to know him. And it's interesting what he has to do with the story. And I also have a raven in the story named Misty. And like I said, we have a big black cat, and we have some other paranormal things going on, and I just don't want to divulge too much because, like I said, this is a fast-paced story, and there's a lot of different things going on in here, and you're time traveling back and forth from the past to the present. And And also there's going to be a second book. It's called City of Stone, which takes us to the lost Jordanian city of Petra. If any of you know that, that is a fascinating city. It's a city built on the side of a cliff in the Jordanian desert, which was discovered by a French archaeologist when he was tiger hunting, and it's very interesting how that plays in. And we learn a lot of the history by going back there in 1918. We learn a lot of the history about our culture, and so it was actually really fascinating to research this book and write this. And my witches, you know, they're, like I said, they're baby boomer age, but they are with it, and they're pretty cool. One of them I likened to Cruella de Vil, but actually she's really a sweetheart. So, you know, a lot of paranormal, a lot of spooky bumps in the night things going on. And, you know, I wrote about things that I know, you know, since I took the year-and-a-day training and was initiated as a witch. No, I'm not coming out of the closet. Everybody who knows me, they know this about me. So yes, I do write, or I do practice what I preach in my books. So if you're interested in reading things that are just not made up for the story, you might be interested in my books. You know, Dragon Horse, my Dragon Horse series, which is for, you know, the younger readers. Well, actually, it's a read for all ages, even as old fogies are enjoying the story. You know, I delve into a lot of healing magic, which I myself do. I'm a Reiki master and an herbalist, and I work with crystals. So, you know, none of this stuff in my stories is just like thought up, and, you know, so anyways, I just wanted to touch base with you guys and welcome you, and I hope you have a good time. And all of my books are free on Kindle Unlimited. So, you know, for those of you who cannot afford a book, feel free to check me out on Kindle Unlimited, and always leave a review. So I have a lot of stuff in the works. I have a YouTube radio show with another author, Michelle Cornwell Jordan, called Between the Lines Book Talk, and we have a lot of wonderful stuff coming up. And I'm one of the co-creators of Virtual Fantasy Con, and we have that coming up again this year. And then I have a really surprise thing coming up. It's sort of an anthology with 4 other authors. And we're going to be doing some really great things for kids, the geeks and the nerds, in addressing bullying, which is something that I'm really big about since I was bullied when I was a kid. So anyways, all right, guys. So you have a good time, and please support us starving our authors. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.